We are now live on my Longhorn Lester YouTube, and we're live on I'm a Survivor Facebook. Oh no.
I'm spinning. Hold on.
Hold on, guys. We are a mess. We are just an absolute mess.
Okay.
Oh, y'all give us a second. If you could just see, if I had a way to show you what a disaster we have in front of us.
We are the Hot Mess Express this evening.
So I'm going to have to adjust this. This is like the old days.
Yeah.
No, now you're cut off. This is like the old days. I'd rather me be cut off than you.
I would rather it's not.
This is like the old
Let's just
days.
squeeze in together here. There we go.
Oh, we are so squeezed in together here. All right, so in case you're wondering, well, first of all, hi to hello.
Happy Sunday, y'all.
Yes, happy Sunday. We have been busy, y'all. We've had a busy, busy weekend. And you're probably screaming and hollering saying, why are you so early? We're not ready yet. I haven't had my this and that. It would be Lester. It would be me. So we are at the JL Ranch property, and we've been traveling. So we're trying to get all of our chores done, and that meant coming over here and doing all the cows, water and whatnot.
And Sadie.
Sadie has to be loved on and fed, and we're going to actually stay here with her tonight because we haven't spent much time with her the last couple of days. We've been traveling, okay? But so we're here tonight, but in saying so, we don't have the same functions here as what we do over at Longhorn Lester's, which is why I'm looking at all three devices, trying to show everybody equal attention. So what we have over here, which is hilarious.
We are Ragtag Express tonight.
We are the Ragtag Express. So what I'm looking at right here and pointing my finger at, just you, is Longhorn Lester on YouTube. And I'm coming to you all from your screen, which is in a horizontal position, so as you can watch on your TV or your device, or and it'll take up your full screen. A lot of folks like that. Now, looking up here, to those looking up here above you, I have my phone set up, and it's recording in a vertical mode. Someone said, yuck, 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 yuck. I think that's like a hillbilly laugh. But we're recording in a vertical mode for you folks who are on Facebook, because that's your preferred method of watching videos, and that's wonderful. And then when I look over here to my left, or to your right because it's not mirrored, I'm looking over here at Jamie's phone, which is on her From Suits to Boots, which is also being recorded on YouTube in a horizontal mode. So bottom line is, there's comments of flying all over the place. I don't know who Jamie's going to answer, who I'm going to answer, because we're like all over the place. And if your poor neck was not hurt enough as it is, Jamie already has issues with her neck going way back to when she was much, much younger and got in a vehicle accident, broke her neck, and she's always struggled ever since. I struggle with my shoulder and knees for no apparent reason, just because I was born that way, I guess, in age. So
and you got run over by a bus, and he played rugby and football and Ringo, and he's not light on his body. He likes to say, like, I guess it's just my age. No, you kick the shit out of yourself.
Well, Jamie, watch your language. Now, we do have families a watching. We have families a watching. And I want to thank the moderators for doing a wonderful job at what you do. I'm going to always make sure to thank our moderators, because they've been able to keep the pages pretty friendly. It makes people think twice before they just shout out and say something so mean. So thank you so much to the moderators. And they can also answer a lot of questions that we don't always get to. And I will say a third thing they do is they prevent all of those fake accounts, those good-looking men, those military men, and those really amazing royal men who are of real royalty, who are really Nigerian prince from other countries looking to
That's definitely what they are.
Get into your bank accounts. And they also prevent people from what they call spamming the live by random people just wanting to be mean. And just so they can do all of those things. And so thank you so much to our wonderful moderators. Now, Jamie can talk whenever she's ready, but until she does...
I'm hanging out. It's been a big weekend and a lot has happened. I have like all of these kudos to give to our alpacas.
Oh, wow.
Are you okay?
It
made you squint. You winced.
Listen, I drove 4 hours one way, then almost 4 hours the way back, all within a short period of time. We'll talk about the alpaca, but Jamie had to make an appearance. She had to make an appearance. She didn't have to be there for a whole lot, but she did have to at least make an appearance all the way over in San Antonio, or you may call it San Antonio. What do you call it?
San Antonio. I know.
San
I've heard
Antonio.
you say San Antonio so many times, like in your replies and messages and things like that. You've called it San Antonio, and I didn't know. Is that like a Texas thing?
I don't know where it comes from, but I know if you actually spell it out, it's San Antonio. San Antonio. But we always refer to it as San Antonio. I don't know why. But we had to go to San Antonio. I didn't have to go. I chose to ride along or drive Jamie.
I don't know that he chose so much as I was like, hey, I have to do this thing. Do you want to go? And he was like, want to is a strong phrase.
I don't mind going. I can't be gone long. Everyone knows we can't be gone long. Yeah. But if it's a quick, what we call a turn and burn, I don't mind going just to drive along with you. And then here's the thing. I have been to San Antonio many times. Jamie has only been for work and only to the work conference or the hotel, wherever they're having their convention center, and then right back out. She's never had a chance to experience all of the fun parts of San Antonio.
Like never anything other than literal in and out hospitals or meetings and go, and that's it. Nothing else besides the Buc-ee's.
Buc-ee's.
I definitely have never missed the Buc-ee's event, but other than that.
Well, the neat thing about driving from Houston to San Antonio is that we have to pass through a Buc-ee's leaving Houston. We have to. We stop at every Buc-ee's we ever see. So there's a Buc-ee leaving Houston, which was really a fun experience on the way over. And then when you leave San Antonio, there's a Buc-ee's coming back right outside of San Antonio that we stopped at again. And you just cannot seem to pass Buc-ee's. That's not just us. There's nobody who's able to drive past a Buc-ee's without stopping. The entire freeway pretty much exits and enters right back on. I mean the entire freeway. And if you've ever been to a Buc-ee's, you'll see that there's not a gas pump open ever. And there's people everywhere. And there's just something about that darn beaver that just draws us all in.
It's the nuggets. It's the beaver nuggets.
Over here, Jerry says, that's on my bucket list. So you're not the only one. As a matter of fact, there was a sweet lady sent me an email recently who said that she'd always heard us mention Buc-ee's, but she'd never had a chance to visit one. Oh no, what do we got going on?
I don't know, it shook.
Oh, okay. Better. Now my hands are off the table, so it's not me shaking the table. My legs sometimes will shake. But she said that she went to visit her sister, I believe, and while she was here, I forgot what state they were in, somewhere down south, they passed a Buc-ee's, and she asked her to turn around. She wanted to see this place. And she goes, Lester, you were right. It's everything you guys always said it was.
Crazy.
And then some. So whoever's saying that it's blurry, if you are getting blur, then I would invite you to go watch on Jamie's From Suits to Boots, or you can watch on Facebook, I'm a Survivor Sanctuary. But it may just be that Longhorn Lester's is pixelating and blurry. And that's because we are having internet issues, y'all. We're not home. We're on the road, if you will, in an RV in the middle of the woods. And we're trying to use all of this internet. So by all means, you can keep saying it if you want to. You can keep telling us if you want. And I'm giving you other options.
I don't mind that it's blurry because then you don't see my wrinkles, for the record.
I know, right?
Not sad about that at all, actually.
So, yeah, but I will say one thing. You don't have to keep telling us because we get it. And from what I can see from the comments is that it's only the Longhorn Lester that's blurry, which probably has to do with my laptop because that's the only device that's showing to be blurry. But there's other places you can watch. You can watch on Facebook or you can watch on YouTube From Suits to Boots. and you're more than welcome to jump to either one of those channels, and you're not going to miss a thing. Okay? So we did make a quick turn and burn trip to San Antonio, and on that trip I was able to show Jamie some really neat things.
I have some wonderful video to show y'all, which is an exploration that was really unexpected, and just some really neat happenings in there. I have not even edited it yet. It's just, I'm telling you, this weekend was like the whirlwind craze.
It was a busy weekend. We've not had a chance to relax at all. And even though we never really have a day off, the closest thing that we have to a day off is our weekend. And that did not happen this weekend at all.
No.
So we'll figure it all out. We'll catch up on everything. But no, Jamie's right. And we'll talk more about San Antonio and all the neat things that happened, maybe later in the live. But we do have some heroes to honor. And that would be our Alpaca family. I'm hoping that you all had a chance to watch that video. I did post it onto Longhorn Lester YouTube, but I also put a link to the Longhorn Lester Facebook to follow it and find it very easily. And we discovered something pretty darn remarkable. I mean, it just that's breathtaking if you ask me.
Yeah.
You want to talk about it? Because in all honesty, you're the one that fed up first and didn't notice a darn thing.
Hold on a second. That's because everybody came up just like normal and ate, and everything was normal at that point in time. And I had already done all of the checks and had been outside for hours already doing all the things. So you can't blame me, because I did. And you'll see that video. Like, I was thorough in my inspection.
Our Saturday morning started really early. I say ours. Jamie's Saturday morning started at about 5:30, 5:45, when all of the dogs began to go crazy. Just, I mean crazy. Outside dogs and inside dogs. Everyone except for Stella.
The weirdest part
Stella
was
and
that,
I slept right through it.
Yeah. Christmas came to bed, like came to the side of the bed and did the whole like Timmy's in the well thing, and like would not allow me to fall back asleep. Like, I'm talking she never jumps in bed, never. But she jumped to the edge of the bed and was just nudging me and
like, get up,
you have to
get up now, get up.
So that was strange that it was her that heard first and that acknowledged it first. But either way, Timmy was in the well, and I threw on clothes and went outside in the 39-degree weather and looked and looked and looked.
So Jamie takes our brightest flashlight, which just so happens to be this little tiny thing right here. This is the craziest thing, how bright this light is. I'm not going to shine it on you, but a tiny light is the best light we have in the house.
Isn't that called an O-light or something like that?
I don't know. Thank you to the kind sender of that. And that cow's going crazy. Can you all hear the cow out there in the pasture?
I don't really know what's happening.
That's Jezebel, and she's mooing like crazy. I've already walked out and checked on her. I don't know why she's screaming like that. But she and her baby, her calf, are fine. I walked right over to them. I got it all on video, and I'm like, why is she mooing like that? But I'll check her again when we're done here, I promise. Anywho, Jamie never woke me up. She grabbed the little mini flashlight and her little pistol, put it in her pocket, put on her warm clothes because it was pretty cold that night, and out she goes. I sleep right through it.
I inspected both sides of the pasture, but the dogs were hanging out mostly on the horse side of the pasture and were just very invested in that and went over to Miss Pat's. So that's where I focused at. And when I came back to do the feed up after, it was daylight, and did all of that, I never even thought to I did a head count, everybody was there, everybody was okay, so I didn't check any further. I have regrets of not checking further because...
Well, you wouldn't have seen anything because I came out, well, here's what Jamie did. Because she was a little bit upset with me for not getting up with her, she came in and she made the goat babas, and she goes, your turn. Okay, so at that point I get up, it's already daylight, I walk outside and I walk right over to the paddock where the baby goats are at, and I reach over and I bottle feed both babies. And I'm tired, so I'm kind of like still probably with my eyes closed. You know how you've all fed a baby with your eyes closed. You just kind of wait till you hear the sucking of air, and then you know they're done. And so I sit there.
You had clothes on this time.
I think I was dressed.
Just saying. something.
Maybe. But no, so I fed the baby goats and I turn around and I walk right back inside the house. Never thought twice about anything. Still knowing the dogs were going crazy a couple of hours earlier. But at that point, we were kind of in a rush because we were going to go live that morning, and we did. I came in, got the coffee brewing. I sat down and watched a little bit of Jason and Brooke when they were finishing up their live. And then, as usual, Jamie and I start our live right there behind Jason and Brooke, right around 9:30 or so-ish. And we had a great hour and 10 minutes or so of a live. Now, at this point, the dogs have already stopped barking. They're all back to doing their normal routine.
Like laying down, everything's fine, like normal.
Yes. Anyway, so get this. It wasn't until the live is over, we're getting sort of ready. Jamie's getting packed to leave for our little trip. I'm getting a few things done around that I have to get done around the pastures when I walk over to the alpaca paddock and I notice something. Ernie and Indy, more than anybody else, was like staring into their little loafing shed area. And that's when I noticed there was something underneath the hay rack, the little red hay rack. I don't know if everyone's seen the video yet, so that's what I'm kind of like getting excited to show you. But we have the little red hay rack where we put their alfalfa hay, and there was something under it. And as I start looking around, I see it's very obvious. A coyote has a very distinct look, and there's a coyote underneath the hay rack. Now, at this point, Annie was not running around acting crazy or doing anything. She was hanging out with her little one, and it was mostly just Ernie and Indy who were just like walking up and walking back and walking up, and so their behavior was erratic. I knew there was something going on, and so I panicked. But what I did do, I ran in, I grabbed my rifle, came back, and I started, of course, in typical fashion, we have to make videos. Well, I screamed at Jamie to grab the baby goats. I said, get the baby goats first. So she grabbed the baby goats, pulled them out of the pasture, and then from then on, you saw what happened. I will say this, and this is going to sound really mean, and Jamie can help me describe this, but have y'all ever seen, I don't even know why they have these things, but a butcher, maybe even a person that cooks a lot, will have this thing they beat meat with. They beat their meat.
It's a meat tenderizer.
A meat tenderizer. Whenever I pulled that coyote, who at this point he'd already passed, he'd already crossed whatever bridge coyotes cross over, Rainbow or whatever else. At this point, he was like he had been tenderized. He was, I'm not going to get graphic, and I'm trying to keep it as classy as you can possibly keep a video of like this. But at this point, he had been like tenderized, literally tenderized. And so that's what I said in my video. I feel like these alpaca just beat the tar out of him.
Do you remember when Indy chased the alpaca at the sanctuary, or chased the coyote out back at the sanctuary? Like,
she did. Indy did chase a coyote. Was that one of Jake's videos?
Yeah.
Yeah, Indy, when she was running with our horses, when the horses all come away, Indy took off towards danger and ran that coyote away. So all I can guess, and here's the thing, all we can do is speculate because we have our cameras, but they don't zoom in to see, they're out, I'm not out in the pastures, they don't. They mostly keep what's going on around the house safe, from those kinds of predators. But what I imagine, and I'm just speculating based on the evidence that I could pick up, was that, what's wrong?
Nothing.
Was that a coyote must have come into the pasture again, probably more than likely after the babies. And I would think that the alpaca family just says, no, not today. And at some point, they must have run him into that loafing shed where I don't know if there was a lead or if they all just took turns and they just pulverized or tenderized him. And it was wonderful in a horrible kind of way, just wonderful what they did, but also sad because, someone in the comments said something that made a lot of sense, that in nature, that's kind of the way it is. Animals, the strongest survive, you eat me or I'm going to eat you or, whatever. And that's, in a way, a whole lot more humane for an animal in the wild than a hunter who baits a deer up and then shoots it and has to track it down while it slowly bleeds out. So I don't know, but I will say this: our alpacas saved our baby goats again for the second time. Go ahead. What are you going to say?
I just think that it's amazing, and I think that it gave us answers that we were looking for on what happened to the tater chips. And
eat or be eaten, says Jennifer.
I think in a weird way, I'm grateful. I'm definitely grateful for what the alpacas did in saving the rest of the herd and saving the baby goats. But I'm also, I feel closure now to know that that's probably what had happened. You don't think so?
Well, here's the no. I mean, I don't. I mean, I feel closure on that chapter, but it also opens up a whole new fear of they're back. You know, a couple of years ago, maybe a year and a half ago or so, when Dutch and I, that's keeping it Dutch, Sean and I, had to hunt those coyotes. We thought we maybe had eliminated it. Now, we hear them all the time.
Yes.
You know, those woods guys, there's a lot of woods, and they're full of coyotes and obviously other types of things. But it's just scary. But it's also good to know that you have alpaca that will defend.
Yeah.
You know, we've always known they're amazing protectors, but I'll tell you what, to see how amazing is just wonderful. And then a lot of people were concerned about the alpaca safety, wanting to make sure that there was no bites on them. And we can't handle the alpaca, not really. We can handle Ernie pretty good, but no one else lets us really handle them as far as put hands all over. But you don't see any obvious wounds or any bleeding or anything else. So I do think that the alpaca just teamed up and took care of business, and that little coyote will not be back, and hopefully whichever animals he runs with will also take that as a lesson. And so, and then there were also as many people who were very upset that we have pastures that coyotes can get into. And I'll just say that with the 20 acres, you're not going to be able to cage or wall all of that stuff in. And we're not in a position to build a big barn in that spot to bring all the animals inside of and close the doors at night. I understand some folks do that, but that's not what we're in a position to do. So we're just so blessed to have the big birds and the alpaca, the donkeys.
And Rita.
And Rita. Rita will certainly help out as well, y'all.
Rita's a little bit of a chaser to pretty much anything small like that dog, I mean, even our own dog she doesn't like. So I know that if Rita sees that there's a coyote, that Rita's going to be just as aggressive as Indy would be.
Yeah. So for those who are just joining because it's just now 8 o'clock, sorry, we've been going for a little while. You want to catch everybody up on everything?
So Lester had everything hooked up early, and that made us go live early. Sorry that you missed it. And so far we've talked about we are at the JL Ranch. There's a cow in the background who keeps yelling.
Jezebel.
We checked on her once already. Don't understand why, but it appears that she has also calmed down for right now. Knock on. This is probably not real wood. We were just talking about how blessed we are that our alpaca has saved our baby goats' lives this weekend.
And then we're also coming to you on 3 different devices.
That.
We don't have the, here at the JL Ranch, we're not able to use the internet, the good internet like we have over at Longhorn Lester's. So we do have to use our phones. We're also trying to use our laptop. From what we understand, the laptop, which is Longhorn Lester YouTube, is a little bit blurry.
People say that it's clear now.
Okay, well that's good. It's clear now. So thank you for that. That's good to hear. But there for a while, it's a little bit pixelated, maybe even lagging. So, oh my gosh. Remember when we used to do the lives in the truck and we sometimes have LE? Boy, weren't those the days. We used to get in the truck and we would drive as far as we had to drive until we got a good internet signal.
But not just to go live. It was to upload every video. So every night we left the house to go upload videos. Every single night.
Funny story, and I think this is cute. I'm not upset, but when my mom and dad went those maybe 2 weeks with no internet, and it just killed my dad.
Hold on, it was 48 hours without Starlink.
But it just killed my dad to have to get in his side by side and drive right down the driveway to Bud and Stephanie's house to upload a video. And he used to complain, and he would just, oh, I need internet. And this is my 78-year-old dad. And they have no idea that you and I for 2 years, and at that point, we weren't making a penny. We just had a social media following that we were blessed to have. We were trying to build an audience, and I don't even think you were uploading videos then, but I was. So Jamie was in a lot of my videos, but every day after work, y'all, I was working all day. I would come home, make a video, and then jump in the truck again or the car and drive as far as I had to drive.
We drank a lot of Starbucks back
then. To upload a video. And we would sit at Starbucks. We would
Panera.
Sit at Panera Bread.
We tried McDonald's once. That did not work out. McDonald's Wi-Fi was not the answer.
And back in those days, sometimes I laugh, and I don't mean to laugh, and I'm not making fun or belittling any of the other creators. But we live in a world where everybody wants instant gratification, on demand. And they don't sometimes realize that when you start a channel, you have to really work. It takes a lot of work to build an audience and then to get your page large enough to be able to monetize it, and then hope that you can create content worthy enough to have people hang around a little bit, to make a few dollars.
It's kind of like dating, right?
Ooh, this ought to be interesting. How is running a social media channel like dating?
Creating videos and getting to know your audience and people is like dating, because you're putting yourself out there and you are subject to all of their opinions and all their things about you, except for it's worse because it's only one-sided. Right? So you're putting yourself out there for all the world to see, and they can swipe whichever up, down, all around you and not choose whatsoever part. And the only feedback that you really get is no.
Oh.
Think about that. And so it's very much like, being vulnerable and hard to do, and not everyone, you're not for everyone, the same way that not everyone's for you. And
now that's true.
And learning all of those pieces is a really big, like, mental thing to work through as well, and it's not instant.
Well, I remember, and like I said, this is before you was. So I'll be honest. I don't mind being honest. You guys know I'm an open book. But back when we first started making videos, we didn't even know you could make money. I was excited about having the likes. Remember that? I was all about, look, my video got 100 likes. Because I was used to putting things on my Facebook and getting 3 people to like what I posted, 2-3 people, and I'm like, okay. And to be able to make a video and get 100 likes, I'm like, ooh, people must love me. And then, you keep working and you get a few comments, you get to have people who would follow a lot of your stuff, and then you begin to see your subscriber count or your views grow a little bit. And then it got to be kind of exciting whenever you found out from Facebook or YouTube that if you could get your page to this number, you could actually qualify to be monetized. Now, I didn't know what that really meant, but it would be cool. And so let's just keep working. And so for at least 2 years, we worked and didn't make a penny. And then I remember this as plain as day. One time we finally got our first paycheck. It was like $60 or $70, $80. And we were like living large, man. We were living large. Like,
we could buy feed that week.
That's what Jamie said. If you could ever make enough money to at least afford to buy the feed, then you know that you're winning.
And their very first check was enough to buy the feed for I think it was probably about a week and a half that feed actually lasted us. We thought that was everything.
We were winning, y'all. We were winning. And no, but sometimes, the younger kids, the generation, they don't know how much work it went into building a platform. and building a channel. And so we're such a blessing to have you all, even if we're pixelated and lagging.
Do you ever think though that maybe in the beginning they just, or maybe still, maybe they just feel sorry for us?
People?
Yeah.
I know you feel sorry for us.
Maybe they're just like, oh, these poor souls. Let's just give them a little bit of our time. I'm teasing.
Now, well, you know what? Here's the thing, but think about how during that 2 years, we discovered a lot about ourselves. And maybe we discovered it through the comments, because I'll tell you, and I'll be honest, I'm talking to Jamie here. You all are just kind of like eavesdropping. But I thought I was pretty good at what I did.
You were great at what
you did. No, think back. Think about how horrible my fencing was. Be honest. I did horrible fencing. I know nothing about anything.
But the thing is that you did what you can with what you had.
But I didn't realize, I didn't know what I didn't know. Y'all heard that expression from our friend Rick over at Think Like a Horse. Yeah. You don't know what you don't know.
I think about that.
And it was the internet that told me and taught me so much that I didn't know. And as much and as hard-headed as you think that I am, and I'm sorry I'm looking at all the different devices we have, as much as you don't realize how much you've helped me and how much you've taught me, you have shaped me. You have. And Jamie can vouch for that. You have shaped me, because I may sometimes scoff off a comment here and there, or every day. I may, roll my eyes. I'm not as good as she is at rolling my eyes, but I might sometimes roll my eyes the best that I can. But I'll tell you what.
Let me see you roll your eyes. Why does it do that?
Do what?
Why does it blink so many times? And why does your head go back when you roll your eyes?
I don't know. How did I look?
I can't wait for you to watch that
I
back.
can't see myself do it.
Do it again. Why?
I don't know. How do you roll your eyes? Let's see you do it.
With only eye movement.
I don't know. What am I doing? I can't see myself do it. I can't see how I'm doing it. I think I look like you.
If I look like that, then I've been...
When I think I'm rolling my eyes, I think I look like you.
Are you ready on the count of 3? 1.
Wait, which way are you going to roll yours? Like left or right?
I'm going left.
Wait, that way?
Yes.
I'm going this way.
Yes.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Okay. Do not send any screenshots. Do not send screenshots. Do not screenshot.
Maybe it's better for you the other way, okay? You go left and I'll go right.
So we're looking at each other now.
Why are you looking at anything when you roll your eyes?
How are you? You have to move your eyes to look over there.
Ready?
No, I'm nervous.
Practice. You practice left, I'll practice right.
Okay.
Why is your head cocked?
I don't know.
What's wrong with you?
I don't know. Now you made me feel very subconscious. Anywho, so what were we even saying? We're talking about social media and the craziness, the crazy journey that has been. And then, oh no. Is someone saying something mean? Someone says Lester has the googly eye roll. Joey, I have googly eye rolls?
I don't know what's going on with your eyes, but it's like, that's not an eye roll. What is that?
I don't know. Joey said it's googly eye roll. I don't know. Googly eye roll? Sheesh, Jamie, I don't know.
Why does your neck stretch out?
I don't know. It's the hat. It's just the hat.
Take the hat off and practice.
No.
Let me see it.
I'm not. Now, can we just change the subject, please? Anyway, what I was saying was I was complimenting the internet. For as hard as sometimes you all can be on us, you've also helped shape us tremendously to where now we take a whole lot more pride in everything that we do, I think.
Hold on. We've always taken pride in everything that we do.
We didn't realize.
We didn't know how not good at some of the things that we were doing that we were until we tried it. There's one thing that I will say is that we are both, neither
Glenda
of us.
says I have a flutter. I have a flutter.
It's somewhat seizure-like.
Somewhat seizure-like? Lester has flirting eyes. Just go.
But we didn't know until we did those things to be able to now look back at some of those videos and be like, oh my God, I can't believe But it's like with everything in life, and it's not just because of videos. Can I show you what you look like?
Not while I have a mouthful of water. Okay. I'm looking here. Wait, Jamie. I don't look like that.
Yes, you do.
Do it again.
Hold on, you got it.
Why are you doing your neck like that?
That's what you do!
I don't... Well,
Yes, you do, Lester. Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
okay, friends.
And his neck stuck out a little bit further than mine. It was like...
So, Mo said it's not very Longhorn Lesterish. Thank you, Mo. And I am trying to be a lot more Longhorn Lesterish.
Oh.
In saying so, how about that wedding proposal over in San Antonio? How about that wedding proposal over in San Antonio for Longhorn Lestering it the right way, y'all? I know you had to love that. Y'all had to love that. I don't know why people are so critical of my amazing wedding proposal in San Antonio. Listen, because here's all the planning it took, okay? This is all my planning. Remember the sweet 80-year-old lady who just loves my upper body? However, she's a little bit turned off because she doesn't imagine me to have packing it where it's important. Remember that lady? So I'm thinking, okay, so what does she want from me? What does she want from me? What does the old lady want from me, right? So I picture, here we are at the Alamo, which, if you guys don't know much about Texas history, the Alamo was originally a Catholic mission. A Catholic mission. You can't get much more I guess you could probably get a whole lot more holy than a Catholic mission. But here we were at a Catholic mission, a historic Catholic mission. You caught Jamie laughing, happy, smiling, having a great time, seeing all of these amazing things. And I'm thinking, wait a minute. Catholic mission? Janie looks to be very happy, discovering new things for the first time. And then I found an official. There was an official.
Officiant.
Huh?
An officiant?
An official. This guy had a gun and a badge, and he was the protector of the Catholic mission. It was his job to protect and keep that place pure. And I'm like, oh, we have an official. We have a Catholic mission. We have a lot of people. Guys, the place is under construction. So there are workers everywhere.
A lot of witnesses.
You got jackhammers going on.
There's a lot
You
going
got
on.
guys in excavators. You got so much going on. And I thought if there could only be, there's one thing missing. There's just one thing missing. A ring. You got to have a ring. Well, guess what? There's a gift shop right there. There's a gift shop right there at the Alamo. There's a gift shop. And if I didn't walk in to find me or to look for a coonskin cap, which could not find one of those, thank you very much. But there were some rings sitting right there on the counter next to it where the coonskin caps used to be. And so I put one and one and one and one together. And what did I do? I added one finishing touch, a song. I know how much Jamie loves my singing. I know she loves my singing. At least she says that she does. And so what do? I just put together one hell of a wedding proposal. And that guy loved it. And all the construction workers, I think they loved it. And the people walking by really enjoyed it. So why in the world is the internet, the same people who have built me up for the last 7 years, tearing me apart? Jamie, what did I do wrong this time?
It was very Longhorn Lester.
What did I do wrong this time, Jamie? It was very Longhorn Lesterish. And then, if I did not rent us a couple of little electric scooters as we rode off into, not really the sunset, but we rode off into the construction zone. And we had
where they were spraying off last night's vomit off the streets. It was It was romantic.
Was it pasta or vomit? I could not tell. Maybe it was vomity pasta. Anyway, thank you to that sweet lady who loved it. Thank you for that lady who loved it. And we had a great time. Guys, I'm going to be honest here. Who can't be happy? Why can't we just be happy for the pretty smile and the laughter and the joy and all of the beautiful things of romance? Why must you demand that it be anything different than our kind of romance? Oh,
no.
Caught in a bad romance. No, you don't.
No,
what's wrong?
That's not the song.
That's the wrong song.
That's not the song you want to sing. Nope.
No, listen. Happy, y'all. We are happy. Be happy for us. Yuck, 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 yuck. Catherine, I get your yuck, 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 yuck. I'll stop. It was great. Thank you. Thank you for those who loved it. Guys, when's the last time you had a good smile and a good laugh? Why must the internet be so demanding of us? Just appreciate us for who we are and what we bring to the table. For 2 years, we sat there and uploaded videos for nothing, okay? Love us for something now. Come on. Thank you, Mary Lou. Mary Lou does all the hands. Loved it, loved it, loved it.
I did get a ring. I don't mean to like brag here, but I did get a ring. It is a knot. It's pretty fancy. It'll probably be green tomorrow. But I got one.
Don't bathe in that thing. Whatever you do, do not bathe in that thing, okay?
But it's right next to the pearls my mom got me and the ring that I bought
Diane says, I was so afraid it was real, that poor girl.
No. Y'all, we're very happy. And I told Lester this. I was like, how do I say it tonight?
Hold on.
Just let me tell him.
Please stop talking because you're gonna make it sound worse.
Oh.
Because here's the thing. If that same 80-year-old lady still wants to be mad at me, then what do you really want, 80-year-old lady, or anybody else who's still mad at me? She smiled, she laughed, she played. We have a great, great getaway.
We did. We went to Dick's.
We did, and then our honeymoon. We haven't even talked about that yet. We haven't even talked about that part yet. You guys, did you not see where I took her? I'm kind of embarrassed to even say it.
I know.
It was a lot easier in the video, but to actually say it here in front of people that are watching us live, I'm a little embarrassed to say it.
Oh, you're afraid that my grandma's actually watching tonight?
Yeah, your grandma might be watching. But yes, we had a great, fun
we did.
trip. A turn and burn that was probably one of the funnest trips we've had in a very long time. And I would not trade that moment with you for anything. So for as many people who are so disappointed and let down, ask yourself, when's the last time you and your partner have had a moment that you wouldn't trade for anything? And don't be doing your eye roll.
That moment was actually better than the whole trip. I'm not gonna lie. This that I'm sharing with 7,000 of our friends here was outstanding.
God,
7,000 people got to see Lester make the weirdest. I don't know how you can't try really hard.
To do what?
To roll your eyes without sticking out your face. Look up. Why does your chin go out when you look up? Your eyes.
My hat does that. It's the way my hat fits high here and low here. These are the kind of hats that fit. It makes me look like Arsenio Hall.
So it affects your chin?
I don't know, but you're embarrassing me. Why would you do this to someone that just gave you the weekend romance?
He did.
Why would you embarrass a man that just gave you a romantic weekend? And I ate D with
Richards.
you. I ate D with you.
You went to Richards. That's what we're gonna call it.
We ate D together, y'all. We ate D together. All right. Hey, I put the FU into fun. Right?
No, you put the fun in dysfunctional.
I put the fun into dysfunctional, something like that. Wait, did I say I put the FU into fun? I put the FU into fun, y'all. Come on. Oh, Lordy. Jamie,
I'm
now
dead.
my face got stuck doing it.
I'm so dead right now. I'm just dead.
We are so blessed to have you all. Seriously. Oh, no. Beth says, did y'all go to a Diddy party? No, ma'am. No, ma'am. We didn't
Absolutely
do
not. We were back and in bed by what, 10 o'clock last night?
I think it was later than 10. But listen, we watched the mariachi band.
Mm-hmm.
There are things that Jamie videoed that you'll see her perspective. All you have so far is me, okay? Sorry, I let you all down. But I had fun, okay? And I'm so sorry that there's people who are still just not quite getting my humor. After all of these years, how can y'all still not get me?
Y'all should know that you get what you get here. Like, you get crooked fencing. You get I probably shouldn't say this. You get things that just break out into songs that are real, songs that aren't. You get the Titanic. You get...
Thank
you just
you.
get what you get. You get some knee pain, some shoulder pain, and you just...
Nikki says, I get you, Lester. Thank you, Nikki, for getting me. And I can't see those other phones. I can't see near that far across the table. But I think that people on your channel get my humor. I think people on I'm a Survivor get my humor.
They do.
It's called Dick's Last Resort. Guys,
Yes.
I'm not making that up.
No.
It is a real place. And that in itself would have been the highlight of a vacation trip. If
It has to be your thing.
if you're strong enough, if you're I don't know if the word's strong enough, if you're mentally prepared to be put down, roasted, bashed, laughed at,
For
made fun
instance.
of, they'll hey, listen, they'll do anything. They will make fun of anything. I'm going to say this, and it's not going to come out right. But a sweet lady messaged me and said, I loved your video. She goes, you'll be interested to find out that I looked up all of the Dick's Last Resort around the country. I can't say that.
Don't you say that. So anyway,
I
there was
gonna
a
tell y'all
there was a
something.
table. There was a table with a family of like a lot of kids, like a newborn baby, a not quite 2 yet baby, and like 5 other kids, and a dad and a mom. And they all, the hats on the kids are much more friendly. But the mom and dad had hats, and the dad's hat was...
I've never learned how to pull out. Well, I mean, he comes up in there with 6 kids. And so his hat says, I've never learned how to pull out.
Lester and I were like,
okay, I get it.
That's hilarious. And then there was one more, and I can't believe I'm saying this. It was a woman like a few tables away from us, and I could read her hat, and her hat said, my camel toe needs a pedicure. And I died laughing because where does this come from?
Or there was a husband and wife, and her hat says, I like to blow bubbles. And I'm like, that doesn't really make any sense. And then I read his hat, he goes, hi, I'm Bubbles.
So vulgar, so ridiculous.
You have to have a twisted sense of humor.
You have to go in there knowing that it's the
Hi, I'm
entertainment.
Bubbles.
It is not a place where we're here to kiss your butt.
No, it's not going to have a friendly server come out.
No.
Our server shot us the finger. She shot us the middle finger, okay? What can you say?
And we had fun and laughed with it because at the end of the day, we're like, does this come easy to you? And she's like, this is the greatest job on earth.
Yeah, it's the
She goes,
greatest
I get
job
to tell
ever.
people exactly what I think at any given moment because that's just what it is. I was like, I bet she has a very stress-free life. Think about that.
Insult Comics Comedy Show. Believe it or not, I gotten some messages today, and I saw some comments that there are in Australia and in the UK. They actually have a Karen's Cafe, where it's very similar to our Dick's Last Resort, but the Karen's Cafe are where all of the waitresses, or I guess the waiters, act like Karens. Like I'm guessing the exact same way. But it's called Karen's Cafe.
I think that's funny, and now I'm sad that I didn't invent that.
It's a brilliant idea because listen, I'll admit, Jamie and I have gone to during our relationship maybe 6, 7, 8 comedy shows.
Yeah.
And where do we always try to sit? Front row. We want to be in the front row because I'm completely okay with being picked on. I like to be picked on.
I don't mind being picked on, but I don't put myself out there with the intention of it. And we were actually talking about this at dinner last night I spent so much of my life trying to not be seen, trying to be invisible, not to make waves, not to disrupt things. And it's very weird now to put myself in a situation of talking to 7,000 people on a Sunday night, but also sitting front row in the comedy club, or sitting, we talked about when he had the Humvee. He loved to be seen in it. And I slouched down because I was embarrassed to be seen in it. Like, I was like, it's too loud, it's too big, it's too much. I don't want to stand out. And we're different in that aspect. Now, can I take humor and all of those things? Absolutely. But do I really want anybody to dig into my soul? I'm not there yet.
No. Hey, here's the thing. I laugh at myself.
So do I.
I pick on myself. I don't say badmouth myself, but I know who I am.
Same.
I know I'm bald. I know I got a belly. I know that my thumb is...
Oh, stop it, you. My grandma is watching.
I know the size of my thumb, okay? Well, you know what I'm saying. But listen, and so it doesn't bother me at all. And I had a great time. That was a whole lot of fun.
It was.
The entire Turn and Burn trip was just so much fun. And I could not and would not have wanted to do that with anybody else than you, okay? There. Okay. Why?
That was your... I don't know what that
Huh?
was. That was some sort of stroke.
I'm not having a stroke, I promise, okay? Look at all the thumbs up. Look at all the thumbs up. Thank y'all for the thumbs up.
It really was fun, y'all. It was fun to take a break. I showed up for my meeting, got my 4 hours in, and the rest of the time we maximized on everything that was happening.
Can I apologize real fast to Facebook, I'm a Survivor, because Jamie would not allow me to let y'all see that video. So if you want to see the video that I'm referring to, you'll have to go to Longhorn Lester's, where I have a link to it. You can still watch it from your Facebook. It'll link you over to YouTube to watch. But I did give all the warnings. I said it's not for sensitive viewers. It's not for the kiddos. It's only for people that have a sense. What's wrong?
Stop flashing your thumb.
Stop flashing my thumb.
Your very thumb.
I thought this... So, anywho's, we had fun. And so for you guys on YouTube, you've had a chance to already check it out. And then Facebook, Jamie says that Facebook is just not ready for us. Facebook is not ready for us. And so you'll have to go check it out on YouTube. But
sorry, that was not a Facebook video.
Yeah.
You can probably shrink pieces of it, maybe, to include the non...
I've already said it here. If you want to see it, you'll have to go see it there, because that's something that Facebook might frown upon. They might. So it is what it is. Look at all the thumbs up.
Stop it!
Everyone's doing it to me, Jamie. Everyone's doing it to me.
You gotta be monkey see, monkey do.
Anywho. All right, so listen, I will say something else. And I know that our hour is about up. But friends, we have major... I will not give it all away. I will not. This is Jamie's story. But all I'm going to say about it is there is a major move. There's a major move happening, not as we speak, but potentially this upcoming week. Can I stop it right there, or do you want to add anything else to it? And when I say a major move, we have a big-time move happening this week. So please stay tuned. This is Jamie's story to tell. So what does that tell y'all? What does that tell y'all?
Oh
Seriously.
my God, you're giving it away.
Well, it could be gardening.
That's not a major move.
Kitty cat rescue?
No.
There is major moves happening this week, and something that I'm even excited about. Even I'm excited about it. So you guys will have to stay tuned. And listen, we don't want to ever count our chickens till the eggs hatch.
Yeah, but I wasn't going to say a word.
You weren't, baby. So I get excited, I get excited. There's an email. It all started with...
We're going to call... I know that we were calling you, like, things before, but...
Loose lips?
You're kind of G-Pat. You really are a G-Pat.
G-Pat?
You're G because you can't keep a secret, but you're...
Like my mom. You mean Gigi, my mom.
Yeah.
So everyone knows that my mom can't keep a secret. My mom cannot keep a secret. If you want to spread anything around the hill, tell my mom. And say, Mom, don't tell anybody, but before the rest of that day's over, the entire hill will know. Everybody will know. Lester Eugene Gigi Morrow.
G-Pat. Let's just stick with G-Pat.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, G-Pat here
We
can't
got a
keep
Brie-Pat,
secret.
a G-Pat, of course, my old P-Pat. So.
Yeah.
There are people, though, that don't and can't keep secrets. And so I just feel like I want to talk to y'all. I just need to talk to somebody, okay? I want to talk to y'all.
If I don't want the
Lester's
world to
mouth
know...
is of the South. I don't know what that means, but okay.
That's what people used to say. That's what one of my teachers used to say. Not about me, but about people who couldn't stop talking in class. You got a mouth of the South.
Mouth of the South.
That just means you talk a lot, I think.
Okay. Loose lips. I've heard of loose lips.
So
Flutter
it is
eyes.
loose. It is triple L, loose lips, Lester.
Thumb pat. Hey, let's do a thumb war.
No.
You know that? You know about thumb wars?
Yeah, I'll win.
People would appreciate to see us do a thumb
I will
war.
win.
Let's see it. You're not allowed to grab my thumb and pull it down.
You know, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4. I declare a thumb war.
Okay. Come on. I thought you were gonna. Why are you going sideways? Why'd you hold on? Pause. I didn't lose. I paused because here's what your hand went all the way this way.
Well, what's so loud?
You twisted my shoulder around where I couldn't work, and then you tried to grab my thumb from the side and slide it down.
That's what we're gonna go with?
Here, keep your hand like this.
Your thumb is bigger.
Well, you didn't. Whoa. You're not complaining now, are you? Or you weren't complaining then, were you? You gonna do it or not? There's my thumb right there. Get it. Grab it. Oh, you can't do it without your...
You're doing it now.
I'm holding your wrist. Forget that.
You're holding...
I'm holding your wrist so you would not twist it and kink it around.
You're twisting kinks around.
Oh, boy. Hey, we have to get off of here now, guys. I came to play with Sadie, and I've only given her food so far. Not even loved on her at all. We were traveling, so we got to do all of our chores. Everything is fine over at the Longhorn Lester's. And then Ellie's doing great. He and Megan over at I'm a Survivor. And we had to spend some time here with our Longhorns and Sadie, okay? Thank you all for watching. I know that we jumped on early. We're getting off a little bit earlier. But we've given you a full hour. You got the full hour, okay? And once again, I'm very sorry about having the whole 3 devices. That's not near as fun. I don't think it's always funner and gooder when we could do things together. But in this case, we did what we could. Right?
That's the story of our lives. Do what you can with what you have and make the most of it and laugh along the way. And I think that...
Someone on your channel goes, please don't go.
I'm sorry.
We don't have to go. I mean, I just wanted to go out and spend some time with the... Oh, no. Yellowstone was fantastic tonight, guys.
We have not watched it.
Don't tell us what happened.
Do not spread it.
Do not tell us what happened.
That is still... I still have to build the video tonight. Like, today has gotten...
So I'm going to ask you one question. What is tomorrow's video going to be about? Or can you tell me that yet?
Tomorrow's video, I'm just torn if it's about the trip or if it's... I was going to put the attack.
Oh, well, so Jamie has 2 things she could work on.
One, I haven't figured out. I have to edit both of them.
Okay.
Let me see. Let me think.
I will say that I had the most beautiful moment with Rita today.
I thought you were going to say that you had the most beautiful moment with your partner in San Antonio and the drive there and back. And...
Yeah, well, I mean, we already talked about that moment. But there was also a beautiful moment with Rita. And I can't wait to share that tomorrow.
That's true. That's true.
So, Jamie was there too. She saw that beautiful Rita moment.
It was
amazing. You're going to really fall even deeper in love with her when you see this tomorrow. That will be on Longhorn Lester's at 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon.
Have you ever had a heart horse? Like, Dixie was my heart horse, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, I get it, yeah.
But have you? Like, of all of the horses and animals that you've owned, besides I think Maggie was truly your
Maggie was my love, yes.
But I feel like Rita's brewing into that space.
Oh my gosh, Rita is something, y'all. She loves me. My God, that girl loves me.
What's really amazing though is to watch it evolve, because I know that you love animals and you care for animals, but I don't think that you've had the connection experience that I've had.
No,
and
not with a horse.
Today, I watched a grown...
Were you jealous?
No.
A little bit?
I wasn't.
A little bit.
I wasn't.
A little bit.
I watched a grown man experience that connection, and he got so excited about it that he's talked about it 10 times since it's happened, and I was like, I know that feeling. I know that feeling. And it's powerful.
You've had the moments. I haven't. It was beautiful. Anyway, listen, we love you all very much. Thank you all for being so loving of us and accepting us with all of our many flaws and shortcomings. And a thumbs up to you all for loving us. Okay, we love you too. And thank you all for accepting us for who we are and how we are. Pig Trudy is wonderful, Sonia. But, and I will say there are some similarities in what Pig Trudy likes about Daddy and Rita. But I can't wait to share that video tomorrow. So, thank you all for watching. We love you. Blessed to have you. And finish it up for us, Jamie. And then we're going to start pushing all these buttons all over the place and turning everything off.
Thank you all so much for giving us the greatest gift of all, which is your time. We love you and appreciate you allowing us into your homes and phones. We hope you have a safe night, that you stay well, and we will catch you on the next video.
Thanksgiving's coming up, y'all.
We'll talk soon. Bye, YouTube.
Okay, so I will end the stream here on Longhorn Lester YouTube. Thank you, YouTube fans.